The new future of the franchise program just came out, and it is probably one of the beefiest programs we've ever had. With that being said, we need to go over who we're going to choose first because you only get 12 of them throughout the entire program. We do have to buy the other 18. So let's go over the most important ones you want to be looking at and the guys you need to be choosing. As always, these are just my opinions of the guys that I've used and my first impressions, kind of just grinding out the moments with them. So keep that in mind. If you guys have anything other than what I have up here, please let me know down below in the comments. Let me know some of your favorites as well. Make sure you guys are liking the video. It always helps out with the algorithm. And make sure you guys are subscribing. That way you guys never miss a video. But let's take a look at the future of the franchise program. So here is the program. It is a month-long program or 27-day long program. And this is a long reward pass. So I'm going to skip over some of these parts right here, but we get our first pack at 150 will be the AL East. We get our second pack in the NL at 180. We get our third pack of the AL Central at 200K. We get our fourth one at 220K. That's the NL Central. We get the 240. We get the AL West, and then at 260 get the NL West, and then you get those again up until 380 XP, which will make us 12 different cards we can obtain. Also, there are face of the franchise cards in this as well, and it goes all the way to 1,000,000 XP, which is pretty crazy to think about. I'm glad they finally went to 1,000,000 XP. But let's go over the picks and the cards that we need to be getting off the rip that will definitely help out your Diamond Dynasty squad, because you want these cards on your team. They are going to be amazing. So our first choice pack is the AL East. Now I will say I think all these cards are amazing. There are some that I think are better than others, but a lot of these cards technically are like 5-tool player cards. So the first card we're looking at is Oswald Peraza. He is a shortstop for the New York Yankees. This card is absolutely amazing, man. He's got 99 contact, 97 contact versus lefties. He's got some pretty decent power above 80. Great fielding, great speed. He is a right-handed bat too. He's a primary shortstop. I really liked his swing. You plug him in your lineup right now, he's going to be one of the best shortstops in the game. Oswald Peraza will be our first pick in the AL East. Our second pick is going to be Josh Lowe. He's a center fielder for the Tampa Bay Rays. Again, just an overall fantastic card. We got the power up at 92 against Rays. Pretty good contact numbers. Power versus lefties. Wish it was a little bit better. The fielding is a really big thing for him, and the speed as well. 86 speed, 94 fielding. This card is going to be an awesome card out in the outfield, and he can hit the ball as well. The third card we look at is Orelvis Martinez. Orelvis Martinez is a third baseman for the Blue Jays. He is pretty decent. He's got some pretty good hitting numbers, pretty good hitting attributes. Probably the worst defender out of these guys we've talked about so far. Not a lot of speed there either. 103 power versus righties. He's got a pretty decent swing too. Always wish that the contact numbers could be up a little bit with these guys because the PCIs are going to be small and the higher difficulties. We got Orelvis Martinez there for our third pick. And then for fourth pick, Gunnar Henderson. He's a shortstop for the Baltimore Orioles. Now, I actually really loved his gold card. I think it was in last year's game, or maybe it was, yeah, it should have been last year's game. He's got some really good hitting attributes. His swing, I don't know if it's different. I didn't love it as much as I did in years past. 104 power versus righties, 95 contact versus righties as well. Pretty good against lefties. Pretty good defender. Decent speed. You got Gunnar Henderson right there, which leaves Brian Bayo. I promise I looked at the pronunciations before I went over these. Will be the last one I'd probably choose out of the bunch here. He's got a fastball, a slider, or circle change, and a two-seam fastball as well. The two fastballs are pretty similar. The slider and the circle change have pretty similar miles per hour as well, at least velocities. He's got pretty good hits per 9. The velocity and the break are both really good. There is no outlier quirk here either, so nothing too crazy there. Maybe at a sinker, maybe a cutter as well. I'd probably put him up a little bit higher, but Brian Bale will be the last pick in the NL East. Moving along to our 180 XP will be the NL East future of the franchise pack. Now, the NL East pack has all hitters, and they're all very good. The first we're going to start with, our first pick is going to be Bryson Stout. He is a shortstop for the Phillies. Bryson has some really good contact numbers, both above 100. The power against righties is at 81. The power versus lefties, you know, I wish it was a little bit higher, but is at 70. Fielding is going to be really good. Speed there as well. Bryson will be our first pick. Now, with our second pick, this was a tough one too. I'm going to go with Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty had a gold card in last year's game. Freaking love that card. and he's going to be just as good here. Great against righties, 108, 100. We've got 94 contact versus lefties, 88 power versus lefties. Is not too shabby there. He's a primary third baseman too. 84 fielding, 62 speed. Not the best. Speed doesn't really matter for him. His hitting is going to get it done. Now, the third one we're talking about is Khalil Watson. I actually really love Khalil Watson. I thought he had a fantastic swing in the moments. I'm actually really excited to use him. He might be a little bit more under the radar kind of guy. Great against righties, pretty decent against lefties again. He's got that speed though. Speed for him at his shortstop. He's kind of like a mini Jazz Chisholm if you want to compare him to somebody else in the game at least. Good fielding too. Great card right there. The next one we're talking about is Michael Harris, the second. Michael Harris actually just got called up to the Braves, I think, a couple of days ago. Michael Harris actually has a really good swing. Now, the problem with him is that his power numbers really aren't that great, especially against lefties. He's not known to be really a power hitter at all. He's more of a contact guy. The fielding is going to be amazing in center field. Obviously, the speed there too. I wish he had just a little bit more power against lefties. He will suffice. He's got a good swing. He's very good too. Which leaves Brady House as our last guy here. Now, Brady is not bad. None of these cards are bad, right? To me personally, when I did his moment, I didn't really like his swing. He probably has better attributes than some of the other guys. But again, I just didn't really vibe with his swing. I didn't really love him. I didn't love him. Now, maybe I can get another chance of using him at some point. He does have some pretty good attributes. Again, almost everything over 90 except the contact. The fielding's going to be good too. 69 speed. We love to see that. That is our NL East. Now we will move along to 200,000 XP, and that will be the AL Central, which actually has a pitcher in it. So for the AL Central, we're going to start with Nick Prado. Nick Prado is amazing, man. Look at his power numbers. 108, 100 against righties and lefties. Good contact, 92 and 84. First baseman that can also play the outfield. So one of, I think, the only diamond fielding first base. Now, diamond fielding doesn't really matter too much at first base. He has a really good swing as well. Pretty good strike zone. Not too tall there either. He's going to be really good at first base. Already right now, probably one of the best first basemen in the game. Now, this one was a little bit tougher for me because honestly, all four of these hitting cards are really good. I went with George Valera next. Now, George Valera, again, I know I'm going to keep saying this over and over again, but his swing was buttery smooth. Literally, the first pitch I did was a perfect home run, and I think it went like 490 feet. He's got great power numbers against righties, very good against lefties too. The contact numbers, again, are very good. 5'11", not too high, not too short either there. Pretty decent fielding. Right field, again, not a huge deal out there. 69 speed will cover that enough as well. I have Roberto out in right field right now, but I'm not afraid to put George Valera out there. And then that means we're going to lead over to Yoelqui Cespedes, which Yoelqui is actually Yoenis Cespedes' brother. No idea what happened to Yoenis Cespedes. I haven't heard of his name in a long time. Not sure exactly what happened. Somebody tell me down below for me. But Yoelqui is very good too. Got some really good power numbers. Again, good contact there too. The defense will be nice. 84 speed. He is a center fielder as well. You can plug him right. You can plug him left. He'll still be amazing out there. The power numbers will be really good, especially 100 versus lefties. Again, another guy that has a really good swing. Most of these cards have very good swings. I know I've said that again a lot, but a lot of these guys have really good swings. Then we're going to go over to Austin Martin. Now, Austin Martin was in the game last year. I think he had a 99 card, if I remember right. He had some Future Stars card last year. Now, one thing really nice with Austin Martin is he can play almost anywhere, and he will play anywhere with really good defense. So you can really plug him in anywhere. The contact numbers are really good too. Power numbers, left to be desired. Again, I really like to swing, and I use him. I think I had like 3 perfect perks with him or something crazy like that because I need to get 4 total bases with him. But again, you can plug him anywhere, so that utility is a really good thing. Which means our last pick will be Jackson Jobe. Now, Jackson Jobe is a phenomenal pitcher. Do not get me wrong here. He is very good. The biggest problem with him, again, no sinker, no cutter, and honestly doesn't really throw that hard. 95 to 96 is not slow by any means, but it just feels like it's just not there. It's not like an Ever Cabrera, you know, none of those high-end cards that we really like for pitching. Hits for 9, Ks for 9 are going to be very good. Obviously, the break is going to be really good with him too. Primary pitch is a slider, 4-seam fastball, circle change, curveball, and a 2-seamer. Again, I wish he had that sinker and cutter. That just kind of felt this show is, unfortunate with the meta. So Jackson Jobe to me will be the last pick in the AL Central. Okay, let's move along to the NL Central. 220,000 XP for this pack. Again, some really good cards here. Now, I know this seems like a homer pick, but Henry Davis of the Pirates is going to be the first person I'm going to take. And knowing that there aren't a lot of catchers now. There are a lot of catchers in the other packs as well, but we still have to get to that point. Henry Davis, just having catcher ability there. He's a righty. He's got really good contact numbers, really good power numbers as well. He's a diamond defender there too. I know it seems like a homer pick, and maybe it is a little bit. I'm the most excited to take him, so I'm going to guarantee taking Henry Davis with my first pick. Now, this next pick might surprise some because honestly, there really haven't been very many good Brewer Future Stars cards, but Garrett Mitchell has one of the best swings that I've seen out of all these Future Star card. His fielding is amazing. His speed is amazing as well. But look at the hitting numbers, 187, 84, 75. Again, I wish the power number versus lefties would be a little bit better, but I think he's going to play above his attributes. Now, again, the contact number against lefties is going to be a little bit low. 87 is going to be a little bit tough to use, especially on Hall of Fame and Legend. But if you guys are around All-Star all the time, it won't be that big of a deal. Again, his fielding and speed, all that stuff is amazing. Definitely plug him out in center field. He'll be phenomenal for you. Which means our third, and honestly, Austin Hendrick or Garrett Mitchell can go kind of intertwine with each other because Austin Hendrick, I think, has some of the highest numbers for these Future Stars cards. 110 power versus righties, 100 power versus lefties, above 80 contact versus both sides of the plate too. Diamond defense again, and he has 80 speed. He's kind of a really good, well put together right fielder for you guys. Again, a guy that has another really, really good swing from the lefty side. We love that. I love Austin Hendricks. I'm going to go with Pete Crow Armstrong for our 4 spot. You know, he's good. He's not bad. He has a decent swing there too. I really did not like his power numbers. 72 and 65 really left to be desired there. Content numbers, again, are going to be really, really good. Good fielding, good speed there. I just wasn't super impressed with him when I used him. Again, he could be your favorite, but for me, I just didn't really love him. Which means lastly, we have Mason Wynn. Mason Wynn, I think, has probably the worst attributes of any of these cards, at least hitting-wise. Fielding is going to be amazing. 99 arm right there at shortstop is going to help out a ton. 92 speed. Good contact numbers. Again, the power numbers are not very good either. He's a right-hander. He is from the St. Louis Cardinals as well. Nice shortstop, just probably not the one I'm going to go after first. Moving to 240,000 XP, we have a couple of pitchers actually right here and some really, really good hitters. Now, this AL West pack, again, has some amazing cards, and I might surprise some people with this one. Justin Foscue was my absolute favorite one. Justin Foscue is a righty. He plays second base for the Texas Rangers. Look at those hitting attributes. 85, 96, 107, 112. Now, the reason why I love Justin Foscue the most, he has an Alberto Mondesi swing. So if you guys know anything about me, Alberto Mondesi is my favorite BR pick. He is the best BR pick for what it's worth at a silver. He has the exact same swing. That two-handed swing is one of the best in the game. He's going to be really good at fielding. Not very fast, though. It's the only problem with Justin Foscue. Won't be very fast, but that won't matter if we hit nukes with him. Next, I'm going to go with Matt Brash. Now, I think Matt Brash is actually one of the better pitchers in all these packs. He's a starting pitcher for the Seattle Mariners. 99 hits per 9, 102 Ks per 9. He's got 94 velocity and 99 break. He features a 4-seam, a slider, a slurve, or circle change, and a 2-seam. The 4-seam is getting up to 98. The slider and the slurve are kind of similar pitches. Obviously, the slurve will be a little more loopy. Got the circle change there, which, you know, as we know, is a very good pitch as well. I don't think that he does have outlier, which, yeah, he doesn't have outlier. He does have the sinker bar, though, which that means the 4-seam and the 2-seam will have a lot of movement on them. I really like Matt Brash. I think he will surprise a lot. He should be very good. He has a really fluid motion as well. Matt Brash will be my second pick. Now, the third pick we would go with is Shea Langeliers. He's a catcher for the Athletics. Now, this is where all the catchers start coming into play here. So, I think Henry Davis was the first catcher throughout all these packs you can actually obtain. You have Shea Langeliers right here as well. Really good hitting attributes. I actually, again, really like his swing. He's going to have diamond defense for you guys too. A righty catcher, 6 foot, pretty good strike zone there. So Shea Langeliers would be the third pick I would go with. Next, we would go with Reed Detmers. Now, if you guys remember, Reed Detmers did have a no-hitter, 102 hits per 9. The velocity is the biggest thing with him. He just doesn't throw very hard. A lot of break. He does feature a cutter, though. So the 4-seam fastball to cutter has a 8-mile-an-hour difference. He's got the sweeping curve, slider, and circle change. Reed Detmers should be pretty good. Not one of my favorites, I would say, in this pack, but I think he's like the only lefty Future Stars starting pitcher, if I remember right as well. So there could be some value with that, which means that Corey Lee will be the last pick, number 5 for us. He's really good. Again, none of these cards are bad. I didn't really like him in the moment. Kind of the swing seemed a little bit slow to me. He has really, really good contact and power numbers against lefties. Again, great against righties too. I think he might be the worst catcher defensively for the Future Stars card, which isn't bad again at all, because all these catchers now are way better than all the catchers we have in the game. But Corey Lee would be my last pick in the AL West, which means for our last pack will be the NL West at 260, and there are some big ones here. So here is the NL West pack, and I think the best pitcher by far in all of these is Bobby Miller, and he will be my first pick. 102 hits per 9, 96 Ks per 9, 99 velocity, 97 break. With the 99 velocity, we do finally have an outlier. Outlier 102 on his fastball. Again, will be at 99. Fastball, slider, splitter, sinker, and the curveball. We love seeing the sinker there. Interesting to not see any of them have a sinker and a cutter, which is kind of nice because, as you guys know, those are very tough to hit. But the sinker is going to be tough. He has a really weird motion there too. It's going to move a lot. The slider and splitter there as well. Curveball, don't ever like curveballs, but he's going to be really good. He's got a really weird motion. It's going to throw a lot of people off. So Bobby Miller will be the first pick out of the NL West. Next, we're going to go with Michael Toglia. Now, Michael is one of my favorite commons to take if I'm ever in a BR draft. But now looking at his actual card, his Future Stars card, he is a switch hitter. I don't think there are many switch hitters actually within the Future Stars program. Now, I don't think there are many switch hitters in the Future Stars program. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't really remember one, to be honest with you. I probably am forgetting one, so I apologize if I am. But Michael Toglia will be the best one there. 84 contact, 92 contact. We have 109 and 107 power. I think the best power numbers, maybe besides Austin Hendricks of the Cincinnati Reds. Very, very good numbers. Obviously going to be amazing fielding at first base. Again, fielding doesn't really matter at first base, but it's nice to have the add-on. 48 speed. Don't really care at first base either. Really, really good swing. I promise you guys, you definitely want to take a look at him. Which means now we're getting to more catchers. I don't know why they threw in so many catchers. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. I don't know. But we're going to go with Joey Bart as our third pick. Joey Bart, his bronze card is amazing. He has a great swing. Going to be really good against lefties. 105 power. We love seeing that. Again, very good at fielding as well. Joey Bart is a good swing. He's a great catcher too. He'd be my third pick. Luis Capisano would be my fourth pick. Now, I think he actually has better hitting numbers than Joey Bart. I just haven't been very good with his swing, unfortunately. Again, I think he might be one of the lower defensive catchers too, right there. Not bad. He's not bad. Again, none of these cards are bad, but I would take him with my fourth pick, which means that we have Blake Walston. So I did lie. There was one other lefty that we can choose from. Blake Walston, he is a Future Stars from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Features a fastball, curveball, circle change, slider, and two-seamer. The velocity just isn't there with him. I don't foresee him being used a ton. He's got good hits per 9 again, good Ks per 9 as well. He's obviously not going to have outlier as well. Good pitch control, but again, the pitch break at 99 with a curveball is nice, but curveballs aren't very good in this game. So Blake Walston would probably be my last pick out of the NL West. So there we have it. Those are all the picks that I'm going to go with once I get to all these packs. Again, let me know down below if you guys disagree with me or if there's other things that you guys see with these cards that maybe I missed as well. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.